Thank you very much. We had a similar youth convention last year, and after that convention, I had a 4-worded sentence, and that was, "The future is bright." And after listening to the young people this afternoon, I'm going to repeat that sentence, and only one word will change. I said, "The future is bright" last year, and this year, I just have to say, "The future is brighter." And a great big appreciation for all the youth. It was just a fantastic youth convention we had. Let's give a big hand to the young people. Thank you very much. Now, to the seminar that we have been looking forward to. The theme being Human Excellence, Unity and Diversity, Universal Tolerance, Harmony and Peace, which will be presided over by Revered Swami Lokanandaji, the Secretary of Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Vivekananda's Ancestral House and Cultural Center, Kolkata, and Trustee of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission Headquarters in Belur in India. We also have on stage to speak Revered Swami Shraddhamayananda, the Senior Monk, Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, Belur India. And as speakers, may I now call on stage Mr. David Russell, the UK Coordinator of Survivors Fund, Mr. Gary Thompson, a renowned journalist and writer, and Mr. Leon Silva, President of the East London Synagogue. On stage, please. And without further ado, may I call upon can I request Maharajji to present with Uttariya to the 3 speakers over here, Mr. David Russell, Mr. Gary Thompson, and Mr. Leon Silva. Our first speaker is Mr. David Russell. Mr. David Russell, please.
Revered Swamis, honoured guests and guests of honour. It is a great honour to stand before you today at this Festival of Human Excellence, here in Mahatma Gandhi Hall, a hall named after a man who taught us that truth and non-violence are the most powerful instruments of human unity. As well as serving as UK coordinator of Survivors Fund, which supports survivors of the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda, I come here from the Congregation of Jacob Synagogue, Kehillas Yaakov, one of London's oldest Jewish communities based in the East End. Our history reminds us that while faith traditions are distinct, their purpose is shared: to seek the divine spark in one another and to make this world a little more whole and a little more just and a little more kind. The theme of today's festival, unity and diversity, universal tolerance, harmony and peace, echoes both the teachings of Judaism and of the great leaders we honour. Sri Vivekananda taught us that we may have different religions, different languages, different coloured skin, but we all belong to one human race. His call was for harmony, not by erasing difference, but by celebrating it as a source of strength. The late Chief Rabbi, Jonathan Sacks, expressed a similar truth when he wrote, "Difference does not diminish. It enlarges the sphere of human possibilities." In other words, diversity is not a barrier to unity, but the very means by which humanity becomes richer. In Jewish tradition, we say that the world stands on three things: on truth, on justice, and on peace. Without them, we cannot endure. With them, we can flourish together. And the Hebrew word for peace, shalom, means more than just the absence of conflict. It means wholeness, inclusion, and harmony. Today, across London, we see many faiths, cultures, and traditions represented, each unique, each with its own wisdom. Like the many colors in a tapestry, it is their coming together that creates true beauty, such as the gathering here today. But such gatherings do not happen by themselves. They require vision, commitment, and tireless labor. So, I'm sure on behalf of all of us, I wish to thank Ram, whose dedication and passion have made this festival possible, and whose work continues to build bridges across communities through the Vivekananda Human Centre. And as well to the team of the many supporters and volunteers, too numerous to mention by name, for their tireless work enabling the work of the Vivekananda Human Centre. Let me end with a Jewish blessing. Osei Shalom Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisravei Tavel. May the one who makes peace in the heavens bring peace to us and to all who dwell on earth. In this unfortunate time of great turmoil, may this festival sow a seed of friendship, of cooperation, of hope, and of peace. Thank you, and wishing peace to all.
Thank you very much, Mr. David Russell. And now I'll call upon Mr. Gary Thompson, a reputed journalist and writer.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Gary, and I'm a journalist by profession and writer, and a good friend of Ram Saha, who organised this wonderful event. And it was through my work that I first met Ram quite a number of years ago now. And my background is that for the first 5 years of my education was at a Church of England school. So I have a broad understanding of Christian principles and spirituality. And I got chatting with Ram, and he gave me some, he was kind enough to give me some literature which contained information about the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. And I took Ram's advice and read it, and I have to say I was very amazed and deeply moved by the spiritual wisdom and the great common sense and just the wonderful knowledge in those teachings. Now, I first worked in a newsroom back in 1982 as a teenager, so I've had a long time working in the news industry and as a writer and as an author. And I think, as a lot of the speakers have already said today, these are very challenging times, and it can be quite stressful when you look at the news and we read about some of the things that are going on, both at home and internationally. And that can be quite stressful, and it can impact on all of us. I think that people have a lot of fears about financial security, cultural differences, and the various clashes around the world that we see. Now, one of the things I often do now is, when I'm sort of interested in this subject, I think, well, what did Swami Vivekananda say about that? What did he say about fear? What did he say about anxiety? And with that in mind, I looked that up, and I've written Ram asked me to write a short piece for the Vivek Souvenir magazine, in which I put down those thoughts, and I'll just read that briefly. So, at a time when so much conflict in the world, it's easy to be fearful about what the future may hold. As a journalist, I'm well aware that news bulletins can all too often be full of doom and gloom. We're not immune to such pressures within the UK or indeed anywhere else. We have faced many challenges over the years, and these include fear of economic uncertainty, cultural and political tensions, and indeed also the continued impact of the pandemic on our mental well-being. And it's no surprise that this has impacted so heavily on many different parts of society, particularly along young people, although it was fantastic to see the youth forum there, and actually the wisdom that came out of that was remarkable, and actually was very inspiring and very positive. But I think that it has impacted across society, and it has impacted on the young as well. I read a statistic recently that figures published by the NHS suggest that 1 in 5 children and young people have a probable mental disorder at the moment, due to lots of the factors that we've mentioned, no doubt. And when I learned of that statistic, I cast my mind back to when I was growing up in the late 70s and early 1980s, which were also periods of economic and social strife. But I recall also that within a few short years, Britain seemed to overcome its fears, and it felt as if we discovered as a community and as a society our self-confidence, and things began to improve. And that obviously resonates with a lot of the things that the young people were saying during the youth forum about confidence and strength, and the need to stand up for, tolerance and peace, and all those great things that are contained in the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. In particular, I was gratefully moved by the Swami Vivekananda's insightful comments about the nature of fear, in which he believed to be a source of misery and evil. And he famously stated, "The moment you fear, you are nobody. It is fear that is the great sense of misery in the world. It is fear that is the greatest of all superstitions." Instead of being afraid, the Swami urged his fellow human beings to recognize our inner strength and acknowledge the importance of self-belief. His message may provide food for thought for us today. His teachings included the following statements: "Self-confidence is the foundation of all great undertakings. The greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Have faith in yourselves. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. Stand up and express the divinity within you." Of course, none of us can predict the future, but we can all help to shape it. In the meantime, I believe we would also do well to heed the following wise words of Swami Vivekananda. "We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care what you think. Words are secondary, thoughts live, they travel far." To conclude, there's been a lot spoken today about the famous address that Swami Vivekananda made in Chicago in 1893. And I think for all the reasons we've been discussing this afternoon, it's very, very obvious that that message is absolutely as important today, that respect for others and that commitment to tolerance and peace and unity is absolutely as important today as it was back then in 1893. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson. It now gives me great pleasure to call upon Mr. Leon Silva, the President of the East London Synagogue, to say a few words.
Namaste. It's always a privilege, an honor, and a great pleasure to attend the Vivekananda events such as this. I've known Ram for many years, involved in Tower Hamlet's interfaith activities, and of course David Russell also goes back a long time, younger though he is. When the Torah scrolls are put back into the Ark in the synagogue every Sabbath and major festival, what we recite, actually we sing it: "Forsake you not my Torah, for I give you good doctrine. It is the tree of life to those that uphold it, and everyone is rendered happy. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Cause us to return, O Lord, and we shall return. Restore our days as of old." Now, the word for restore is also the same word for penitence, teshuva, to regret our sins and ask for forgiveness is the same word as to return. And I remember having a bit of this discussion with a revered Swami afterwards at the last Vivekananda thing I went to. And it was a question of original sin. And original sin is a Christian belief, not a Jewish belief. And that is why the word to repent is the same as the word to return, because we are born into having a good nature, not into sin. When we sin, we are veering away from what and who we were intended to be. So when we repent of our sins and we resolve to become good, we are returning to what we were meant to be. There was once an article I read by a Christian priest, and he was discussing the difference in attitude to Scripture, to the Bible, which I know it's not part of Hinduism, but I'm sure living in Britain, most of you are aware of the basic structure of the Bible. There's what non-Jews refer to as the Old Testament and the New Testament. To us, it's the Hebrew Bible, and the rest is the Christian Bible. But it was a Christian priest who said the fundamental difference in understanding the Bible is the different ways that Jews and Christians see it. Now, the Bible, gives a spiritual account of the creation of the world and so on. And the priest said the Christian attitude to the Bible is it begins with the fall of Adam. Adam and Eve in the perfect Garden of Eden, and they sinned and they were cast out of the Garden of Eden. And he said in Christian belief, the story begins with the fall of Adam. It's carried through on a trail through the whole of the Hebrew Bible, and it goes into the New Testament, and the story culminates in the redemption from sin through Jesus Christ. That is the Christian understanding of the Bible. And this Christian priest said the Jewish attitude is quite different. The Jewish story in the Bible begins with Abraham, the first Jew. And the Bible, the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible especially, it's not seen as a literal history book. It is seen as a guide to life. And that's the difference. We live by the Torah. We don't see it simply as a path leading to something else. And David gave a Hebrew blessing. There is another Hebrew blessing which in the Torah, God actually says to the Levites, the hereditary priesthood, and I would point out, most people don't realize there is a minor caste system in Judaism. The Levites, the tribe of Levi, who were the temple attendants, have a privileged position in synagogue. And within the tribe of Levites, there are the Kohanim, the priests, descendants of Aaron, as Aaron and Moses were the tribe of Levi. And to this day, Jews with the name of Cohen are hereditary priests through the male line. And the name Katz, Cohen Sedek, K-A-T-Z, righteous priest, and Kagan, Kaganovich, Collins even, when it's anglicized, so many of these. And God told Moses to tell the priests, this is how you bless the children of Israel. And I will finish with the Kohanic or the priestly blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord turn his face towards you, and may he grant you peace. May we all be blessed with peace, tolerance, understanding, and rejoice in our common humanity, and may there be an end to all war. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leon Silva, a very familiar face and a friend of Vivekananda Human Center. It now gives me immense pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to call on stage revered Swami Shuddhamayanandaji, a senior monk of the Ramakrishna Mission in Kolkata, Belur Math.
Namaste Jyotirajaya Vivekananda Suraya Satchit Sukha Sarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Respected Swami Gyanalokanandaji, Swami Sarvastanandaji, and dignitaries present in the audience and present in the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear youth friends. Good afternoon, good evening also now. Good evening to all of you. Today I feel truly honored to stand before you and speak on a topic that only not touch my heart, but close to the heart, but it is essential for the world we live in. That unity in diversity and harmony and peace, as taught by two greatest spiritual leaders of India, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Swami Vivekananda. Who are Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa and and Swami Vivekananda, who are they? Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, a simple priest of a small village of Bengal, but his spiritual depth was extraordinary. And Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna, that is, he has the spiritual depth. He believed that all paths lead to the same goal. All religion lead to the same truth. Not only that, he himself told, I practice each religion for a time. Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, thereafter followed Shaktas, Vaishnavas, and Vedantists. But I realized that God is one, and we all are traveling towards Him. Only the paths are different. And Swami Vivekananda, his greatest disciple, took this message to the world platform, that is his voice. He was the voice of India in the World Parliament of Religion in Chicago at 1893, where he said, I feel proud to belong to a religion who has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. Let us start with unity and diversity, a phrase that perfectly describe India and its culture. In India, there are different languages, different customs, caste, creed, religion that is in our country. Yet, we live together side by side. That only possible that we have a faith that all religion is true. As Sri Krishna stated this in a simple analogy that as many faiths, so many paths. He told, not only told, he has given example that we may say God, Jesus, and Muhammad, and others, but they are all the same person. As like, that is water and pani and jal. That is in different languages only, but the substance is the same. Swami Vivekananda carried this idea further. He said, we believe not only the universal toleration, but we accept all religion as true. It was revolutionary that he does not just say, tolerate others, but he said, accept and embrace others, valuing others, embracing others. Imagine if this whole world lived with this principle, then wars and religious hatred would vanish. Now let's talk about peace and harmony. Peace is not just absence of war. It is the presence of understanding, respect, and compassion. Harmony is when live together despite differences. Like the different musical tunes come together and to form a beautiful melody like this. Swami Vivekananda taught the inner peace come from realizing the divinity. He said, each soul is potentially divine. If I respect the divinity of you and you respect the divinity in me, then no conflict will be there in the world. And our Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi, a unlearned woman, he told, if you want peace, then don't find fault in others. He told, no one is stranger, whole world is your own. In Gita, Bhagavan also said same thing. Jasmine Atmani Bhutani, that is Sarva Bhutastam Atmanam, Sarva Bhutani Cho Atmani, Ikshate Yogajuktatma, Sarvatra Samadarshana. So, who sees himself in all and all in himself, that he sees the same. So, that is the oneness, that is the unity. So, just before I told, if I see the divinity within you, and you see the divinity within me, and within others also, then the unity will be established in the society. These teachings are not just for books and speeches, they are for life. When we respect the other religion, then we follow Sri Ramakrishna. When we accept people different caste, culture and background, we walk in the path of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda has a special message to the youth: arise, awake, stop not till goal is reached. So let our goal be a world where there is no hurt, no hatred, no division, but one love, peace and harmony. In conclusion, my dear friends, Sri Ramakrishna showed us that all religions are true. And Swami Vivekananda inspired us to embrace diversity and live with peace. Together, they gave the world a message that is more relevant today than ever before. Let us not just admire the teachings, but let us live them. Because when we choose love over hate, and acceptance over rejection, and unity over division, we do not just change our lives, we change the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Swami Shraddhamayananda ji. We've heard the word truth so many times this afternoon. And Swami Vivekananda ji said one very small thing about the word truth, and it really has etched in my heart. He said, you can sacrifice anything for truth. You can sacrifice anything for truth, but you cannot sacrifice truth for anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel deeply humbled and deeply honored to have revered Swami Gyanakalanda ji among us, and may I humbly request him to round up this seminar. Swami ji, please.
Namaste everyone. I want to begin my talk in very informal and homely way. For around 3 hours, I think, we have been listening or witnessing the program. I am finding from the dais that some speakers are speaking, and no less I find from the audience, they are also speaking. I am reminded of one great saying. It is this: speech is silver, but silence is gold. So, what you want, it is upon you to decide. Speech is silver. If you can deliver nice things, it is as good as silver. It is worthy, no doubt. But if you can keep silence, it is as good as gold. And I am finding other things also. These are the things that some are listening, some are gossiping, some are yawning, and some are sleeping also. If I make you sleep now, what will be the condition of me? I will describe it first. In one accident, one religious speaker and his driver met with an accident and died. Then came the messenger from heaven and from hell. The messenger from hell caught hold of the preacher, and he is taking her to the hell. And the messenger from heaven came from heaven and caught hold of that driver, and he is snatching to the heaven. That time, that preacher, he told, you may be making some mistakes. What is your argument? The messenger from heaven said, now I preached about God, about ethics, all the good things I preached. Why the messenger from hell came to me and caught hold of me to lead me to hell? That time, the messenger told, we do not make any mistake. When you used to talk long and all boring things, people used to go to sleep. If anyone leads one to sleep, how he can go to heaven? It is sure he must go to hell only. So if I make you all to sleep here, what will be my condition? I think you will bless me at least, so that I can escape hell. And what is the merit for which the driver is driving towards heaven? That time they told that when the driver used to drive the car recklessly, the passengers who were in the cab, they used to pray to the God, oh God, save us, save us, save us. He who awakens the about help one to remember God, how he can go to hell? He must go to heaven only. So we are here for a discussion in the Vivekananda Festival, that Festival for Human Excellence, Unity in Diversity, and Peace, all these things. I have been given 20 minutes time. Now it is 8:38 in my watch. If I exceed that time, please remind about me about that time. How to excel, how to have peace, because I am now talking about time, I will begin with the time factor only. Time wasted is life wasted. Time management is life investment. So we will try to make use of the time as long as we are in this hall. I will put before you one formula, that is watch formula. From watch we get time, no doubt about it. Another meaning of watch is to look at. What are the things that we look at to make our life excellent, to have peace, to have unity in diversity? We should be very watchful about this word. This word spells as WATCH. W stands for word, A stands for action, T stands for thought, C stands for character, and H stands for habit. This is the watch formula. But you have to reshuffle it a little. How you will arrange it, reshuffle it? Watch your thought, they become your word. Watch your word, they become your action. Watch your action, they become your habit. Watch your habit, they become your character. and watch your character, they become your destiny. So now you are suffering from hell. What is the cause of that hell? Why are you suffering? You thought bad thoughts only. That is why that chain goes on. From thought came the words. From words, you used all the vulgar words. And from those words, you acted not in a proper way, in a wrong way you acted. Then from action, your habit came. It was not good at all. From habit, you have formed your character, and it is not character. You made your career, but career with character is hero, but career without character is dash. What will be the answer? Hero or zero? So we must remember it. Career with character is hero, but career without character is zero. So we must imbibe those characters. Swamiji wanted that we must imbibe those characters. And what is the character formula? CHRACTER character, another formula I am putting before you. C for courage, H for head, heart and hands, A for abstinence, R for regularity, A for alertness, T for truthfulness, E for enthusiasm, and R for righteousness. This is character formula. Because I actually conduct seminars and workshops with the students community. But we also, as long as we live, so long we learn. Jabad bachi, tabad shikhi. All through our life we are students only, I think. That is why these are comprehensive formulas. That is why I put before you this watch formula. W for word, A for action, T for thought, C for character, H for habit. And about these words, we must be very careful. What are the two things that we do? Through our tongue and through our mouth, two things we do. We taste food and we talk. Think over it, ponder over it. He who talks much and he who eats much, is it good for him or it is bad for him? Too much talking and too much eating, is it good? The scriptures or Subhashita says that these are suicidal. That is why it is said, Jubhe pramanam janihi bhashane bhojane picha atyukti atibhuktischa satyam pranapaharini. What is the meaning? Jubhe pramanam janihi. There should be measured in your tongue. What do you do with our tongue? Bhashana means speaking. And bhojana means eating. Bhashane bhojane picha. Atyukti atibhuktischa. Too much talk, talkativeness, always gossiping. Too much talk. When we just talk much, we will say all the lies. And we will talk about others, we'll criticize others. These are as good as suicidal. That is why it is said, something you have to control. Bacho begam, manaso krodha begam, jivha begam, udaropastha begam, etan beganjo vishahetha dhira sarvam pimam prithivim sashishat. You can rule whole world by following these principles. What is the first principle? Vacho begam. You control your tongue. And Vacho Begam, Manasu Krodha Begam, you control your anger. Anger is one letter short of danger. So what is to be done? Burn your anger before it burns you. That is the thing. Okay, I think it will be comprehensive to you. Vacho Begam, Manasa Krodha Begam, Jivha Begam. Again, we must control our tongue while eating. We should eat our foods, but foods should not eat up our life. That is the thing. We do not take drugs, but drugs jump over us as a dragon, and you don't have any escape from that dragon. Isn't that so? So, we do not take wine, but wine takes our life. This is the thing. If you don't take food as medicine, you must have to take medicine as food. Isn't it not so? So these are the things for our excellence, for our unity, everything. These common factors, simple factors. You must remember, simple is this, simple formula, another formula is there. SIMPLE, S for spiritual growth, I for intellectual growth, M for mental growth, P for physical growth, L for logical growth, and E for emotional growth. So these formulas, if we remember and follow these principles, our life will be fulfilled. And what life is fulfilled? Jivane javad adanam syat pradanam tatodhikam ittesha prarthana smakam bhagavan paripuryatam. Oh God, bless me or endow me with that quality so that I can give back to the society much more than what we receive from it. This is the thing. You must try to give back to the society. We are taking from our parents, from the state, from the nature. Everywhere we are taking and taking and taking. And taking, just forwarding your hands, stretching your hand. It is begging only. Beggar's life is not a successful one. That is why we should think how to give back to the society. Jivane javad adanam syat pradanam tatodhikam ittesha prarthana smakam bhagavan paripuryatam. Anyway, I will recite another universal prayer for you all. Nandantu sarvabhutani snihantu bijaneshwapi swastyastu sarvabhuteshu niratankani santucha shivamastu dijatinam pritirastu parasparam samriddhi sarvavarnanam siddhirastu cha karmanam ma vyadhirastu bhutanam adhayona bhavantu cha maitrimasesha bhutani pushyantu sakale jane. What is the meaning? May all beings rejoice, may love blossom even in solitude, may peace prevail among all creatures, and may none live in fear or distress. May auspiciousness bless the noble and the wise. May mutual affection thrive among all. May prosperity reach every community and success crown every righteous deed. May no creature suffer from disease. May none be burdened by sorrow. May all beings be bound by friendship. And may everyone nurture one another. Last, I will put before you another simple, very simple formula. This is ABC formula. A for avoid, B for bad, C for company. So, we are having this good association. Hiyate hi matistata hinai saha samagamat samaishcha samatameti vishishtishcha vishishtam. All the vishishtas, all the great people here and in the audience also they are there. If we mix with the people with good character, our character becomes good. And we may think ourselves that we are very weak, tiny creature, but Kshudrapi tanute tato tejo tejasya sangata arka samparkata pasya darpane dhanadduti. If we mix with the great people, our greatness, it manifests from within. That is why all good people, good association makes us good. One simile is given here, example is given. When a mirror it comes in contact with the sun, the sunlight just drops on the mirror, and if that reflection is thrown to your eyes, eyes dazzles, you cannot look at it. Where from this mirror got those radiant flows? By being associated with the sun, he got those resplendent, that brightness. If we mix with Swami Vivekananda, we get ourselves acquainted with Swamiji's ideas, Sri Ramakrishna's ideas, Saradama's ideas, this narrowness will go and we will enlighten ourselves. Our life is a journey. This journey is from B to D. B stands for birth and D stands for death. And in between B and D there is one C. C stands for choice. You must choose which way you will travel. Swamiji told, our life is a journey, but this journey is not from Kolkata to Kedarnath, but from brute man to Buddha man. So enlightened we must be. If we mix with or get ourselves acquainted with Swamiji's idea, Thakur's idea, Maya's ideas, we excel. All those themes that are kept in our seminar today, all these we can get. Then we can say, Dhanyoham, Kritakrittoham, Vimuktoham, Bhavagrahat, Nityananda Sharupoham, Purnoham, Tad Anugrahat. By the grace of God, by the grace of Guru, our life is fulfilled. We pray to God for that fulfillment, for those awareness in us. So I thank Ram Babu. He actually is the instrument to come over here to speak a few words before you all the exalted, illustrious devotees, dignitaries, and children also. My love and best wishes for them. And I must thank another lady, that is Ma. She is Gauri Ma, Gauri Sarkar. She is sitting before me. She actually first told me that I shall take you to London, Maharaj. I thought it's a fancy of her. But few days after, Ram Babu, he invited me. He just happened to see me in Belur Math and told, Maharaj, this year you must go, get prepared for that. And that will of our Gaurima and Dr. Sarkar is there, her husband. He treats our patients free of cost in Kolkata. So I am beholden to them and Ram Babu. And Sarvasthananji, so caring. And Swami Shraddhamayanandaji, he has come from Belur Math, our headquarters. So I extend my hearty thanks, greetings, and express my gratitude to everyone for giving patient hearing. Thank you all. I prepared one note, but I could not open it. That's all. Next time.
We will wait again to listen to your enlightening speech, Swamiji. Swami Gyanulakanandaji, thank you very much for that short but very enlightening speech. We are greatly indebted to you. And for those who really listened with rapt attention, I'll just say one word: watch. Thank you very much. Watch is the word that Shamaji started with, and that is the word that we should all remember. It now gives me great pleasure to call upon Sudham Ghosh to render the vote of thanks. Mr. Sudham Ghosh, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really glad to see you, all of you. Such a wonderful event, Vivekananda Festival 2025. What a wonderful speech from Swami Vivekananda-ji. It's really, I have been learning quite a few things from him. I'm sure you all enjoy his speech, especially A, B, C. Avoid bad company. It's not like airway, breathing, or circulation, yeah? It's A, B, C for avoid bad company, watch, and character. So actually, yes, I must say, Swami Vivekananda-ji, to spend your time and come here all the way from Kolkata to London and give your valuable time and your company for a short period. We are really grateful that we are enjoying your company in London. We are sitting in London, but you are with us. This is really precious for us. Thank you very much on behalf of Vivekananda Human Center, London. Then next, I must say, Swami Shuddhamayananda-ji, who also made his effort to come all the way and talk about peace and how we can establish harmony in our community and develop further. Thank you very much from Vivekananda Human Center, London. I must say our favorite Swami, who is our all the time here, Swami Swami Sarvastananda-ji, who taught us about the wave and ocean. We really learned that, we all are, in our life, there will be some crisis, there will be up and down, that we are just only just a bit of water, drop of water within the ocean. So we know we should learn how to overcome from this. Thank you very much again for your time and join today and make this event festival. I must say all other interfaith religious leaders who spend their time and help us to bridge an interconnection between the different faiths. It's really great pleasure for us because we rarely actually get chance to go in other religious activity, even though sometimes I went into the church, but yes, we don't have that much, the time or because of the different reason, we could not hear, other religious, speech. I really grateful that, you spend your time and join us and teach about, what a harmony between the, religious and interfaith. Thank you very much on behalf of Vivekananda Human Center, London. Finally, I must say that thank you very much, dear audience. You have a great patience to join this evening. Such a long time to sitting here, listening all the things. It's not actually easy. I really appreciate on behalf of Vivekananda Human Center, London. Finally, finally, Ramda, who has been working tirelessly every second, every minute over the last 3 months to prepare this event. Every week, we are receiving text, we are receiving message to make this event successful. I'm sure all of you, we learn at least one thing to reflect in our daily practice. At least one thing, try to change at least one thing. I learned one thing, which is watch. W-A-T-C-H. And I will try to implement. Please try to learn, at least implement one thing in your life. I'm sure you will not be able to remember all of the things, and no one expects that you can remember. At least try to implement one learning things for your next of your life. Thank you very much again for joining this event on behalf of Vivekananda Human Centre, London. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our guest speakers and to Shudam Ghosh for that vote of thanks.